I'm here with Brandon Snell, MX System Product Manager for the US. So Brandon, let's just start out with what is the MX System?
Hey, it's a great question, Damon. So we're familiar with the traditional cabinet, right? This is where we bring all of our components together and create a machine, make things work, right? What we're doing with the MX System is taking these components, encapsulating them into functional modules, and mounting them to a machine, IP67 rated capacity, so that we can have it out in harsh environments and control a machine with this style of a setup.
Okay, so what kind of customers would use this? Like end users, OEMs?
We actually see it being used in all of those situations.
Okay.
OEMs, end users, even system integrators. We see them all benefiting from it in different ways.
Okay, so what's affecting OEMs, for example? I mean, what are some of the things that's kind of putting pressure on them at the moment?
Well, it's a great point. With OEMs, they're always under pressure to innovate. They want to be known in the market as the one that's kind of leading, right? Not following. They want to be the leader in the market. And I think the MX System really helps with that, because that's what we're doing as well. We're leading the market with the MX System.
In those OEMs, I mean, what really helps? What are they getting out of it? What are some of the advantages here for an OEM?
So there's a lot of advantages. There's a couple that we really like to point out. I think one of the big ones for us is the labor advantage, where we're reducing the labor costs down by somewhere around 95%. But also from the side of parts. If you really look at this, right, from a traditional cabinet, we've got all these different parts. We've got wires and terminal blocks and that type of thing. We're reducing the parts down by 75%.
Which is also huge.
Which is a huge deal as well.
Yeah. So I'm assuming with less parts, less wiring, less things, maybe a little faster to assemble to something. Is there some time savings here?
So there's definitely some time savings. I think from the build side, but also from the design side.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, that's true.
Right.
You're not having to put every wire in your electrical diagram.
Yeah, exactly. So not only does the guy not have to wire every wire, you don't have to design every wire. You can just design functional modules, and then you just got to know where the cables go. So you can really reduce that.
Now, everybody says I build a machine, ship it out. Now, if I have a cabinet like this, I can bust out a multimeter. I can really look at what's going on. Like, how do I troubleshoot this, thing? It's like a system. How do I troubleshoot it?
It is a full system, and that's the thing. And we thought about that. So part of it is some of the stuff you see kind of blinking right now. We obviously have the LEDs, that type of thing, where you can walk up to it and look. Which honestly, that's different than a traditional cabinet that you have to open to look at those LEDs.
Yeah.
So that's one difference there. But for us, one of the unique parts of the MX System is our diagnostic capabilities. So we have a Bluetooth diagnostic dongle that plugs into the back plane.
Got it.
Every single one of these modules is connected over EtherCAT to that diagnostic dongle. And we can use our diagnostic app that'll be available for Android or Apple, right? That can connect to that and pull all of that data into that.
Okay. And I assume all that data is also available for like the HMI and up front?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. All right, so this sounds great, sounds amazing. Now, what if I'm not quite ready to ditch the complete cabinet? I still got a few things that are just third-party components I need to put in the cabinet. Is it an all or nothing situation, or how does that look?
It's definitely not an all or nothing situation.
Okay.
One of the things to keep in mind about the MX System in general is it's more of a power distribution and data distribution system, right? So if you have an MX System and you want to connect some third-party devices, it's just a matter of coming out of a module with your power and communication and making that go into, say, a bulkhead connector on a traditional cabinet.
Okay.
Or you could go the other way. If you've got a fairly well-built machine, but you just need to add an MX System module, we could do this kind of setup. That cable coming in there, again, is power and communication.
Okay.
Pull that out of that cabinet, come into the MX System, and now this integrates over EtherCAT into your existing design.
So you still got your main cabinet. This goes somewhere machine mountable, somewhere else, and then we bring in power and EtherCAT over this. Absolutely. All right. So I heard you mention the EtherCAT side. So new system, this MX System, but completely new from Beckhoff. Different, any protocol different, programming difference.
It's a great question. That's something I think it's important to understand. Is the MX System is really built on the historical parts that Beckhoff has, right? We're really just repackaging them in a different design here. So your traditional programming software, TwinCAT, your traditional EtherCAT communication, it's all the same. So we're really expanding on what we have. We're not replacing it with new. We're saying we're new because we're expanding our existing portfolio.
Okay, so I mean, what I'm hearing is maybe the existing products work with old products, so a hybrid solution, just cabinet free, but also if we wanted to maybe expand out with some EP, IP67 machine mountable small I/O.
Absolutely, that's going to be, I think, a very common way of doing things is some MX system stuff, some existing EP modules. If there's any sorts of specialty signals, typically we're going to have it in an EP box anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll probably use all of that. A lot of times it makes more sense for some of those sensors to be pulled back into a box real close, and EtherCAT ran back to the main.
Exactly, yeah,
right?
yeah, totally, right? It would make sense to run all the sensors back to a central location. You would break out basically and have it distributed across the machine, and this is just
we're trying to decentralize, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. Thanks, Brandon. So a little bit about the MX system, and if you have additional questions on this system, please check us out at Beckhoff.com. We have a very nice dedicated MX system page for information. And also, we'd love to look at your existing panel, your existing machine design, and figure out what that would look like with the MX system. We'll do kind of a comparison between the two. So if you're interested in doing that, reach out to us as well. Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you, Damon.